my name is Weston, and I want to talk to you about better communication. I recently ran into a situation where I was using a gem in production, and the gem needed an update, so I submitted a pull request, tests were passing, but I got no response. And it was a little bit hard because I had two main options. I could either fork the repo and deploy off of GitHub, which I wasn't a fan of because I would rather stay with kind of the main branch of the code base and receive updates and patches as they happen in open source. Or I had the other option of making my own gem. And unfortunately, I went with the make my own gem. And the reason why I say unfortunate, because I believe we as a community lose out on kind of the collective problem-solving abilities that we have together. So I want to propose a couple ways that we might make this better in terms of how we communicate. So I'm not a maintainer. I don't have a lot of experience in open source, but I would ask maintainers, when you do get issues, focus on responding, not fixing. The world is too big to have a solution for every problem that comes through, but telling someone, hey, I'm on vacation for the next week, I can't look at this, or sending links to documentation is fantastic. Involving others, there's a lot of people who want to understand how to develop and how to think well about software to have the automatic filtering for good code. So involve junior devs. They're happy and eager to help. And then categorize issues. This is a huge thing. If people want to get involved with open source, but they don't know where to start, categories are really helpful because then they can essentially solve one problem and then see the one-offs from there. And then people who ask questions or aren't in control of the repo, ask for links or docs. I mean, problems have been solved before, so let's look at great solutions and copy those and try and do one-offs rather than looking at the base for everything. And then I've just found context is everything in communication. And so if you're creating an issue, these are just a couple of things I've found to be helpful. Explain what you're doing and why you're doing it. Tell the person what your assumptions are. I put in this input and I was expecting this output. I didn't get it. I don't understand. Can you help me understand? And then honestly ask for help. And I think ultimately it will lead to better communication and a better synergy between all of us. So, and in the end, it's not just about getting problems and solutions, it's about relationships. And I think there's a couple of repositories out there. The FOG repository, I don't know if anybody's used that. The lead developer behind that is fantastic with the issues. He responds back, says, hey, thanks for doing this. Did you check out this or this or this? And I don't know, sometimes I just read through it, a couple issues, and see how he responded, so that I'm not just treating people like a unit test, but actually treating them like a real person. So I don't have all the answers, but if you have opinions on how to better communicate, would love your input. So thanks.